Excuse me, I want to understand why you put your hands on my friend. Listen, move over. Move over there. Hey!
Refugees are welcome here! Shame on you!
Why isn't money being spent here and not on wars? And then people wouldn't have to come here if they weren't fleeing a war.
Don't touch me! Don't touch me! Don't touch me!
So what's brought you out here today?
We've come down with Billy from Parents Against Grooming UK. Come down to tell Andy Burnham we've had enough. Basically, it's time, we need change in this country now. The government don't protect your kids, the politicians, the government, the police, your social workers, they're not protecting our kids, so we need to stand up. Otherwise, our kids are not going to have no future. I mean, we had a future as children. Now it's all changed. You can't report it, so you have to ring 101. You can't just go and report like we did when we were kids. You know, so everything's changing and they don't give you any warning, they just say, right, there you go. You know, that's it. So we're standing up today to tell them no.
The other day they stood outside Andy Burnham's office and blocked it. Do you support direct action or do you prefer to keep it strictly just a protest?
Yeah, direct action, because that's the way we need to go forward now. We need to be, these people need to be, they don't tell you when they're out in the public. Andy Burnham and all these lot, the Keir Starmer, they don't know when they're out in public, you just hear about it on the telly. You know, how can we need to be able to say to them, listen, what's going on, what you're going to do about it? These are our children, we want our children protected. You know, so yeah, I think it's good what the ladies did the other day. And I mean, you got the Manchester Evening News saying they stormed the building. Well, I got told otherwise. I got told they didn't storm the building. So there's obviously a bit of lies from some side, isn't there? You know, definitely. Like I said, I don't believe anything they said to me. I don't believe in democracy. I don't believe there's any democracy anymore. We've got nothing. No, if you say something wrong, you get arrested. But I'm also watching a guy saying something to Billy online and he's not been arrested yet. You know, so just like I say, we'll see how it works out. But it's not right at the moment, is it? Nothing's right. It's all up in the air.
Do you believe there is two-tier policing?
Yeah, definitely. Two-tier policing, two-tier government. You could go into government and literally do anything you want, and you get a slap on the wrist. You know, that's all they get. What these politicians get for raping a child or seeing sexual images of a child, they get nothing. And bound over for 18 months or whatever.
The other side would reply to that you see a higher incarceration rate for people of ethnic background. So that says that there is two-tier policing, but it's in the other direction, basically. How would you reply to that?
You've got your abuses in all walks of life, innit? It's not just, doesn't matter what colour, what religion you are or anything. It comes in all walks of life. I was abused by my own parents. I don't walk around saying it, but my own parents abused me. And like I say, you don't know at that age. You don't know. You can't pick that stuff out. I was 30-odd-year-old before I picked it out. You know, but yeah, it's nothing to do with religion or colour or anything like that. It's in every walk of life. And until we stop that, I don't think it's going to change. And you need to look at parenting. Parents need to be doing the job properly, which is looking after your children. You bring them into the world, so I think you should look after them. It makes it easy, a lot easier. You know, if you know where your child is, you know what your child's doing. You know, I think that's the way forward. But obviously, these government, the democracy, everything. I've never voted for 40-odd years. I don't believe in it, but obviously with Billy pagUK, who I work with, he said you need to vote. Well, when I see the change in the voting, then I'll start voting. But until then, it's just they just drag you in, don't they? Drag you in, get you to sign the paper, get your vote, and that's it. That's all they want. And then 4 or 5 years of what we're getting now.
What do you think's more important, class or culture?
Culture, innit? We're an integrated society. There's all walks of life in Greater Manchester, Rochdale, Bradford, everywhere. There's all walks of life. You've got Polish, we could go on and on and on. Indians, Pakistanis, West Indians, Somalians. I know loads of people. All my friends are different colour and creeds, religions, but yeah, you just got to get on, haven't you? And most people understand what you do, because I have them coming up to me and saying, "Oh, what do you do?" And I protect kids. That's what I do. That's what needs to be done. Everybody come out and start, get out. Let's do it. Let's show these government that they're not working for the public. So if they're not working for us, then they're not doing their job properly. And that's what I point out. I point it out to everybody, the police, the government, the lot. Just point it out to them and they go and run off.
We will now join the parents against groomers for the amazing job they're doing. God bless you all.
I don't think he can hear you. Cyril Smith set up the abuse of Rochdale's children for a 35-year period. He abused Rochdale's boys under the guise, excuse me, officer. I do apologise, guys, but I'm not having it pushing women about. Absolutely not. Right, step back, step back, step back, step back, step back.
Oh! Out! Go! Move your mouth!
Just push the woman. Step back, guys. Let's go, let's go. Here, back over here, guys. Take no notice of him. He's not worth it. He's not worth it. It's about the kids, not about clowns like that. It's about our children, not fools like that. Let's start again. Cyril Smith, the biggest paedophile when it comes to young boys in the UK. He abused my brothers, he abused my friends, and he continued to do it unaided and accomplices with it. And I'm going to tell you just who these people are today, from top to bottom. I'm going to tell you, for the Rochdale, I can only speak on behalf of Rochdale, who was responsible for the abuse of the children of my town. That's what we're going to do here today. Linda, for 45 years, was the only person to stand for those boys in Novo. Some of them are not here today. Linda passed away in 2020. I canvassed with Linda for over 10, 15 years. She is the Iron Lady. She is the star that leads the way. She's not with us anymore. It breaks me heart to say it, but I wish she was, because the fight would be so much stronger if she was. She was called Mrs. Hemorrhoids because she was up the council's arse for that long. She's not with us anymore, and I just wanted to bring her out today and pay tribute to this lady, because to me, she's the bar, the bench, which we all should reach for. Greater Manchester former Police and Crime Commissioner Tony Lloyd. Tony Lloyd, he's no longer with us, but he's not going to stop him from getting a smacking about today from me. Tony Lloyd is not just responsible for the cover-up of Rochdale's grooming, he's also responsible for covering up the Greater Manchester grooming of children from the grooming gang. This guy had his hands in both pies. I met with this guy. This guy told me what's in the past is in the past. Absolutely not. We don't accept that. We'll continue to fight for accountability, justice and readdress. This is Elsie Blundell, the new MP for Heywood and Middleton. Elsie Blundell has something in common with some of the people I've spoken to. She was Simon Danshuk's secretary. She was Richard Farnell's secretary. She was Tony Lloyd's secretary. It's inconceivable she did not know about the abuse. She was in the meetings I was in to talk about the abuse, yet she spoke up and said, and still continues to say nothing. She's just been elected as Labour Party's Minister for Children. It showed the level of abuse that are at, not just in Novo, not just by grooming gangs, but in the children's home, the very most vulnerable of children in Rochdale. Ladies and gentlemen, I was one of those children. I was in foxholes. My abuse took place there. It wasn't until I read this I knew that it had even been spoken about. Yeah, it's never been spoken about. Other than in the ICTA inquiry, it's never been spoken about since. And I think I'm all right, I've got you guys with me. I'm all right, I've got Alan, I've got my people, but these kids have got no one. Gordon Brown sent out an executive order for no action on these gangs, no action on the grooming gangs. He sent it to his deputy, who was at the time Home Office, Jackie Smith, the butcher of Iraq. Jackie Smith, she sent the memo, she was the Home Secretary. She sent the memo to the police. It was off her desk, the memo was signed. She must be in the dock, she must be held to account. Keir Starmer was the Director of Public Prosecutions who decided, not enough. I'm not gonna, he did it with Jimmy Savile just before, but he continued to do it with the Rochdale grooming gang and the Oldham grooming gang and many at Telford grooming gang. It was on his say-so that the Crown prosecution did not pursue. These three people are complicit in the abuse of the United Kingdom's children. Not just in Rochdale and Oldham, right around the country, because they was the head of the table. It was them that could have stopped it. It was them that didn't. It was them that decided it was better for votes just to leave it alone. And on the back of that, ladies and gentlemen, hundreds of thousands of children in the UK was abused. That's complicit. That's accountable. And that's why we march here today. The Million Women's March. I'm absolutely furious, guys. I came over on Monday to support that march. Them ladies did nothing but cover themselves with class. They was absolutely well behaved, they was respectful. They said in the Manchester Evening News that we stormed the building. It was absolute lie. Two people went to the front desk and had to speak to someone. Guys, it was an absolute fabrication. Let me just say to any of the million women who are watching, I love you guys to bits. Thank you. Because you've helped me, because I was there, you fed the fire, you showed me class, and I learned how to do it correctly because of you guys. So I absolutely take my hat off to you, and again, thank you. And the lies spread in the media, nonsense, take no notice of it. What you did on that day will echo for hundreds of years, so thank you. Before we arrived today, there was a young girl who had her life taken over here in a road traffic accident. It's the reason why it's so quiet. I want us all now to send our condolences to the family who's just lost a child. There's nothing worse on this earth than losing a child. And for that, I'd like to hold a minute's silence, if you're with me, bear with me. Starting now.
I always apologise, and I always need to apologise, because when I first came across this, I didn't believe a word. I'll be honest with you. I looked at it all and I thought, no, these are just far right nutcases. None of this happened. Because none of this should ever have happened. Let's be honest, none of this should ever have happened. And it shouldn't have been left to a small group of men to be demonised in the way they have been for this to take place. We have a political system where white working class girls were exchanged for votes. It's no more complicated than that. It's no more complicated than that. They were exchanged for votes. And the moment I started saying this, they started arresting me, repeatedly, dragging me into courtroom after courtroom. And I heard Billy talk about the Manchester Evening News. To my shame, I had friends who worked in that publication when I was younger. And now I look at it and I think, it's a disgraceful publication because they were partners in what took place. The press, the police and the politicians all worked together to conspire to hide what was taking place, which is now confirmed in Parliament. And we got it there, you got it there. The only reason it was confirmed in Parliament wasn't because Conservative politicians suddenly decided to do the right thing. They knew the tide had changed. And the tide has changed now, where it is confirmed these were racially motivated crimes. Working class white girls were targeted because of their race, they were abused because of their ethnicity, and the politicians in power traded these girls for votes from people in communities where I came from, and it is shameful. And there are people who say to me, Raja, this shouldn't be political. And I say to every one of you, this has to be political. The only way we win this is by either forcing the politicians, who we can convince to stand by us, or replacing those who stand against us. because we will win this in the ballot box, and the reason why we're winning in Oldham is because we've won it in the ballot box. We've won it at the ballot box. Leader after leader after leader, we have removed from power.
Every single one of us is going to have to become a political activist if we want our country back and if we want to deliver justice to the victims of the most heinous crimes. The age of indifference and apathy and weakness and cowardice is over. I'd like to remind you of the serenity prayer. God grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, courage to change the things I can, and wisdom to know the difference. Today, patriots, we choose courage. Liberalism breeds degeneracy. Liberalism normalizes evil. Liberalism normalizes indifference and weakness and apathy, and liberalism fosters cowardice. The most heinous of crimes must be dealt with in the most extreme and severe way possible to protect the British public and to cut this evil out at its source. And as for those who helped facilitate and cover up and enable the paedophiles, I say we send them to jail to rot. Patriots, we've got the anger, we've got the outrage. Now it's time to take our country back and deliver justice to the British people. God bless you. Thank you so much.
Deportation!
People will be aware that the fascists are meant to be having their demonstration 3 o'clock in Piccadilly Gardens. And as you can tell, they've now left Piccadilly Gardens, so well done everybody. It's worth saying the scum have run away. They haven't disappeared. They may come back another day, and if they do, we will be here. Because every time they try to come out and build their side, we will block them. That's what we are about. It's worth saying.
I can still remember when this thing started with the people in the hotel. We came out in solidarity, in mass number. We defeated it the first time. And we are going to defeat it again. There is no space for racism in Manchester. Manchester is the hometown for many migrants.
Say it loud and say it clear. Refugees are welcome here. Say it loud and say it clear. Refugees are welcome here.
I know a day about equality. I shouldn't be picking out my favourite signs, but racists, fuck off, really captures it, and I think they've heard, so that's a good thing.
I can tell you with 100% certainty that it is not migrants that are causing shortages of NHS services. It's not migrants that are causing housing shortages. It's an economic system that seeks to that creates artificial, scarcity. It's artificial scarcity. There's plenty to go round. It's a system which says there's no money for mental health services, you're going to have to struggle on, we're going to have to cut back, but we're going to give billions away to millionaires. Billionaires are on the rise. We're going to spend billions and billions on weapons of war. So when we see people like congregating outside asylum seeker hotels and targeting refugees, targeting ethnic minorities, it's divide and rule, isn't it? And it's absolutely awful, and we don't want anybody in this city to feel that they're not safe or they're not welcome, because they are welcome.
So what's brought you out here today?
Well, I want to show my opposition to a 79-year Israeli state that is never a state, shouldn't have never have been recognised. And I also want to stop fascists on our streets, because if we don't stop them now, we'll have a situation as we had in the late 30s. And it is happening the same as was in Europe then, the rise of fascism and the far right. We've got to stop it, because God knows who'll be next. As the famous Pastor Nehemiah said, they came for everybody, and when they came for him, there was no one there. Well, I want to be there before they get anywhere.
What's your opinion on the leader of the UKIP, Nick?
He's a Nazi, and he's provocative in his speeches, and he should be arrested. And he should be stopped, because it's not free speech, it's racism, and it's causing violence, and he should be stopped.
Do you believe that you can be nationalist and not be racist?
Yes, you can. I'm proud to be English. I'm also proud to be from Manchester. It's been a city that's always took part in political activism, and in my opinion always took the right side. So I don't think there's anything wrong being proud to be English, but I don't think you can then say that I'm a proud Englishman but I don't want Irish, coloured people or anybody here. That's ridiculous, because we're all the same.
And did you demonstrate against any previous groups like the National Front and anything like that?
Yes, I'm proud to say I fought Market Street when the National Front tried to march down there, surrounded by the police who was looking after them, and I was in the Anti-Nazi League, and I will say again, we fought them, we stopped them. I was proud of that. And I've been in Red Wedge. Billy Bragg promoted a lot of that. So I've a lot of my adult life I've fought against what I perceive as racism.
Do you see any correlations between them previous groups and what you see now?
Yes, they're the same. There are a few mindless hooligans who get a bit of a platform to speak the rubbish, and then for some unknown reason in this country, and I'll say the BBC and other networks, seem to give them space to talk the rubbish. And it's been unbelievable to me. Anyway, I'll oppose them.
Just anything else you'd like to add?
Well, I'd just like to say I hope that if the far right try to get on the streets, Manchester, London, I go to London and demonstrate there. If they try to get on the streets, we'll oppose them. And I believe we'll stop them. Have they been stopped before? And I just look forward to that success again.
Anyone here?
Merci. Merci.
Move!
Get back now! Get a blue cordon on here for the time being. We need more, keep funneling down here! That's fine, use the building line!
Get this group back together.
Use the building line. Building line to building line. Let's just get it. As well, walking dogs.
Bootlickers! Don't let stick your
Laws, traitors! Make sure you lick your friend!
There's not enough numbers. Because of ratio, you need like 25 to 1. Kiss your mother with that look. Cover your face. You kiss your mother with that now. Yeah, I fucking lick it over that mouth. Are you looking at your... Get to the front. Get to the front.
Keep it tight! Keep it tight! Keep it tight!
Stay where you are!
Excuse me, I want to understand why you put your hands on my friend. Yeah?
I'm on Twitter, mate.
Excuse me, who's in charge here? Who's in charge? Sir, there's no breach of the peace here. Under what order are you telling me I'm breaching the peace? Under which law am I breaking? No, excuse me.
Go ahead.
Sir, I'm not talking to you. I'm asking who's in charge. It's a simple question, it's a democracy.
Spread out, spread out, spread out.
That's okay.
This side of the road here, then walk you back to the gardens where you start off.
Where you can continue your protest.
Police protect the fascists! Police protect the fascists! Police protect the fascists! Police protect the fascists! Police protect the fascists!
This will go on the order. Chill out, man. Chill out. Not worth it. Stop trying to provoke people. Hold the cameras. Hold the police.
Hey!
Keep your hands to yourself. We're not trying to go anywhere.
Who protects the Nazis? Police protect the Nazis! Who protects the fascists? Police protect the fascists! Have you no fucking shame?
All of you, police, about what you're going to do when you're well outnumbered. Are you going to start pushing people then?
Again from the side,
when you're outnumbered, 30 to 1, are you going to start pushing people then and assault to them? No, you are not. Sarah Everett, remember that. People like you, Sergeant. Sarah Everett, you're the one that started pushing people, so that it kicks off, it's your fault, Sergeant.
07635 is magic.
You already know who I am. I live on the streets of Manchester. You already know who I am.
Hi guys, we'll go back over here now, yeah? We'll get walkies, let's get you over there, and then we'll be dispersing, won't we? Yeah? So get us to step.
You tell your colleagues not to push us this time, right?
Sorry, no one's going to push you, just walk. You walk in the front, I'll follow you.
The whole violent time.
I wasn't there, but I'm saying, let's walk in the front. Let's walk in the front. Come on, come on. Quickly walk, get us all done into it. Not touching you. Let's move in the front, yeah? Come on, let's get...
Police protect the Nazis! Justice!
No peace!
No racist!
Police!
No justice!
No peace!
No fascists!
Police!
Containment ceased, yeah, so let them go freely. Space between themselves.
Well, they say educate on the road.
Oh, I'm going to go see what that is.
Cheers, Nick! Nazi scum! Nazi! Give us away!
He's not a racist! What are you wearing, mate? Was that a dare? Seriously, was that a dare? Was that a dare?
Off the street! Nazi scum! Off the street! Nazi scum! Off the street! Nazi scum! Nazi scum!
What is wrong with that?
Many more of us than you. There are many more. Many what it needs. Let's see where the flats are. Refugees are welcome here.
Yeah, and then that uses space. And as soon as we open space, you push it back, and then you can see.
That's open Jordan! Okay, forward! Move back! Move back! Push back, please! Move, my mate, move, please! Don't move!
You just walk in. You touch me, you disgusting.
Move yourself to Sherry now.
Nazi scum off our streets!
Moving back. Moving back to the police.
Refugees are welcome here! Say loud, say clear!
Refugees are welcome here!
UKIP scum off our streets!
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 UKIP scum off our streets! UKIP scum!
Our streets! Our streets! Our streets! Our streets! Our streets! Refugees are welcome here! Refugees are welcome here! Refugees are welcome here! Fucking Nazi scum! Nazi scum! 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 Walk on the street! Welcome here! Refugees are 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 welcome here! Say it loud and say it clear! Refugees are welcome here! Off our streets! Off our streets! Off our streets! Get back on the train! Get back to London! There's trains every 20 minutes! There's trains every 20 minutes!
Shame on you! Not even from Manchester.
So, can you tell me what's happening right now?
So what's happening right now is the Nazis, the far right, The people that are saying mass deportations, which we don't believe in, because we're quite a diverse community in Manchester and we don't like it.
Why are you fighting against them?
Why am I fighting? Because I don't believe in mass deportations. I believe that it's our government that are the problem, that they are bombing other countries, and that they are spending our money that should be spent on houses, NHS and schools, and do you know, all the things within our country that we need. Homelessness is a massive problem. Why isn't money being spent here and not on wars? And then people wouldn't have to come here if they weren't fleeing a war.
You lost in 45, you'll lose again.
Nazi scum! Off our streets! Nazi scum! Off our streets! Nazi scum! Nazi scum! Off our streets! Off our streets! Nazi scum! Off our streets! Nazi scum! Off our streets! Nazi scum! Nazi scum! Nazi scum! Nazi scum!
What's brought you out here today?
Well, originally we came to the Palestine demonstration. I was to do a speech there, and then we caught wind that there was some other stuff going on as well. Some people connected to Tommy Robinson, some people connected to people who think it's okay to use violence against people. and especially have, some violent ideas against people who maybe look a different way, speak a different way, dress a different way, talk to God in a different way. And I think what the response that we're seeing from Mancunians in this city is, well, a lot of these people are not even from Manchester, but is the fact and the idea that there's a different way and there's a better way forward. One that sees human beings have an intrinsic value, as opposed to some value that the state or a border or a passport gives you, that everybody's life has some value and has some meaning, and that we should be protecting and safeguarding those lives as much as we can.
We're going to start reviewing whether we need resources out. We're probably not. So we're just holding it just a little bit longer, maybe another 10 or 15 minutes. Thank you very much for your efforts today. I know it's not been an easy day, so thank you very much for everything you've done.
Don't touch me! Don't touch me! Don't touch me! Don't touch me!
Keep your hands up there! Yeah, just give us some space, please. Give us some space. Thank you.
Just touch the girl. Who is
We're trying to be hindered by the injunction.
No, we're useless idiots! We're fucking useless idiots! Just idiots!
Please the report.
Who protects the fascists? Who protects the fascists?
Excuse me.
Get fucked!
You fucking psycho! You fucking psycho! Scrappy! No! Bomb the top around the door!
Police protect the fascists! Who protect the fascists? Police protect the fascists! We're scared of them, they're racist. Police protect the fascists! Who protect the fascists? Police protect the fascists! Who protect the fascists? Police protect the fascists! Who protect the fascists? Police protect the fascists!
What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? What are you fucking gonna do? What are you gonna do?
One man. What do you want, man?
What you want? What you want? What you want?
The guy took a photo of me.
Yeah, you didn't take a photo. Why you took a photo of us? Why you took a photo of us?
That's right.
Why you took a photo of us?
Show your face.
No, if you want to have face, why you do it for us? If you don't want anybody to take photo for you, why you do it for us then? So, if you don't understand for us then, Because we don't know how we don't know. We don't know.
Why would you get the slip of it?
Don't be racist. Do you know what I mean? Because you got a reaction with the camera. Don't engage with guys. Don't engage with fuck you, kid. Fuck the law.
Come on. Yeah.
What do you think of immigration?
Immigration, you know what? I cannot blame them for trying to escape poverty to come to our country. We'd all do the same. But when they come here, it's the government. That's what they do to them. So they come here, you know, they take our houses, take our jobs, all this shit. But no, let's be honest, it's not like that.
Carry on doing your interview, mate.
Yeah, I wasn't, so you fucking insulted, dickhead. Sorry, mate, can you start again?
Do you believe that you can be nationalist with that?
Mate, yeah, I'm an answer. Hey, did you hear the fucking noise, though? Fucking hell! Fucking hell! 6 o'clock in the morning.
It's like I love both sides. I love everyone. I love everyone in this world, bro. Do you know what I mean? Every human being that lives in this world, bro. But like the system's designed in a way to fuck us all up. You know what I mean? It's like these people are coming over here for a better fucking standard of living. But it's like the government's just. I don't even know. The government. It's like they let them in to fuck this country up, to fuck us up.